Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, has once again found himself at the center of public debate following his recent appeal hearing in London. The two-day court session focused on his ongoing legal challenge against the UK Home Office regarding the level of police protection provided to him and his family during visits to the UK. Critics have raised questions about the motivations behind his persistence, with some suggesting it's less about safety concerns and more about personal pride. Prince Harry is on a path that is increasingly difficult to turn back from, according to one royal expert. The decision was originally made in February 2020 after the prince and his wife Meghan Markle stepped back from royal duty and swapped palace walls for a sprawling mansion in California. It's barely believable how far Harry has fallen from consistently being the most popular member of the royal family, adored by everyone from the lads in the pub, the troops he served with, and your granny. Far from denying anyone the right to fight for what they believe in, especially when it comes to the safety and security of their family, but surely Harry realizes by now that his path of resistance against his family, the government, or generally anyone who has irked him that week is a tiring practice. The crux of Harry's appeal centers on the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures' decision to downgrade his security classification upon his exit from working royal life. Since then, the Duke has maintained that his family faces unique threats due to their high profile and his military service in Afghanistan. Court documents reveal that Harry's legal team has presented evidence of specific threats against the Sussexes that they argue warrant continued high-level protection. The prince's concerns took on greater urgency following several security incidents, including what the Sussexes described as a near-catastrophic car chase in New York City last year. Though NYPD sources disputed the severity of that incident, the couple's security fears appear genuine. The case is emblematic of a larger issue that has followed Harry and Meghan since their departure from the royal family. The arrangement they walked away from, often referred to as the firm, provided them not just with status and wealth but also with a built-in support system, including security. When they left, the understanding was that they would no longer rely on British taxpayers for their livelihood. Meanwhile, as Harry battled in court, Meghan was spotted in New York attending a Broadway performance of Gypsy with what observers described as extraordinary security measures. Her four-vehicle motorcade and security detail raised eyebrows and prompted questions about who foots the bill for such arrangements. The contrast between Harry's fight for UK protection and Meghan's robust security detail in New York creates an interesting juxtaposition that hasn't gone unnoticed by royal watchers. For now, though, one thing is clear: the road to freedom is anything but smooth. And for Prince Harry, the nightmare doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. Harry flew in for the court hearing last Sunday with his time in London overlapping with his father before the King jetted off to Italy for a state visit. And with the pair still seemingly avoiding each other, royal expert and historian Dr. Tessa Dunlop believes it's down to one man to bring them together. Single parenthood? Pa was never made for that, claimed Harry in a scathing description of his father before Charles assumed the mantle of kingship. And that description predated the detonation of Harry's truth bomb across the Atlantic. Nowadays the man who had always given an air of being not quite ready for parenthood appears more detached than ever. In among the legal nettles at the Court of Appeal, trying to claim his exceptional need for national security in a country he doesn't like but can't do without, the Duke's difficult journey is grist to the mill of that mantra so keenly associated with the late Queen: never complain, never explain. Harry tries to do both, with an absentee father who is less available than ever. While we all applaud Charles's avuncular appeal in old age, I can't be the only one who wishes for a paternal gesture of goodwill and forgiveness. He is the king after all, and it is so much easier to be gracious from a position of power.